lineup rating, I think I favor ONIC lineup a lot more, especially with the fact that you said it, realized TLID a bit scattered on the draft.
Scattered is indeed in the middle name because they haven't been able to pick up a single win so far in MPLID Season 16. But the Land of Dawn will be witness of either or not TLID will be able to pick up that win. It's the first match of today, TLID against ONIC, the gods.
The battle of heaven and hell. One team 0-6, another 6-0.
Yep, clash of the Youngbloods though, Youngblood against Youngblood. So Iran is still categorized as a Youngblood, even though he's been here for quite some time. But Lutfi, look at him, #1 XP laner, total assist in MPLID Season 16. Tells a lot about him being a team player, being a very supportive player too.
Yeah, and right now, and we gotta remember that the fact that Lutfi is also a very good enabler, or like damage dealer, EXP as well, with the Mashas, with the Benedetta as well. So this is not only his bread and butter, now he's evolved a lot more than that. That's a W taken by Lutfi. Let's take a look at the emblem by Games Max though. So far, I'm not seeing maybe the Rupture coming in from Yehezkiel is something that I want to highlight because of the fact that maybe his main target would be Keyboy, but I would go for another one, maybe just a bit more sustained at a team fight because you're gonna get jumped by Kairi in the early game.
Master Assassin though by Kabuki. Kind of wants to win that 1v1 too up against the Harith, especially when you have, you know, Keyboy, and you have the Cho looking for roam of pickoffs. That's gonna be a thing that he really want to relies onto, but that's Miracle Mansion. Firza with the Cho will give mid prio up towards Yehezkiel, but Joe hits level 4, so this might be a pickoff, period for this Guinevere, especially now he has the Valor Requiem. Lutfi is gonna be fine.
Yeah, the new range on the spatial migration after the nerfs, it's been a while, but you can really feel it. It's very difficult to find those picks without flicker. And actually, Lutfi's just going to lose out on the cannon minion there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He does get the XP crab, so should actually still hit level 4 faster.
Yeah, for sure. And I think right now the objective control, even though it's only a Luoyu with a diversion, still kind of favors ONIC.
Keyboy?
Let's see, Bravest Spider coming down. It's a stun onto Aran. The Bravest Spider doing its job. First blood over the Shadow Kill. Kai wins out the Rectory battle. Firza runs away. Sans is following Yehezkiel. He's walking up mid to clear the wave.
It's never looking good for TLID. Early, mid, late, since the start of yesterday, it looked terrible for them and talent prediction. Go pay, what? Only Cheffin?
Hey.
Cheffin TLID 2-0, but look at KB 7-0.
7-0. Oh my, Liverpool MU.
Oh! You went there.
Throwing shade right there.
You went there.
But why TLID? Is this just pity or?
Yeah, it's pity. Yep, that's the only reason I'm picking TLID, man, because
that's a pity prediction, man.
Prediction.
For sure, and they're already losing the first objective, even though they have a decent kind of like way to kind of like secure the objective. If Joe is able to use this by spatial migration correctly. Unfortunately, I think they went a bit too early there, giving Lutfi a lot more spaces to work with the Bravest Fighter. And that's what Lapu Lapu brings to the table in the early game.
But Mirko mentioned that this Guinevere, after the nerf, pretty hard to pull off without a flicker. Then where does it really become effective, the Violent Requiem, to really catch people? Because it seems like Joe is playing on a handicap with the situation being in. Now, ONIC 2-0, even Sans quickly farming to his items, the Enchanted Talisman as the first item. You usually see mid laners going glowing one, but TLID don't really have that sustain.
Yeah, I think the main target is ideally Kairi in the objective team fight, but Kairi wouldn't be there in the first place, but Kabuki already flickering behind there, a lot more resources to burn from TLID. Back to the point earlier, maybe they need some kind of enabler first with this Cho, but that's asking a bit too much for Firza too, the way that Keyboy has revitalized, and all these members from ONIC, the only real target that they have is Lapu Lapu, which is, so far, Lutfi has been reading the movement from Cho really, really well.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom lane.
You don't want to gank the Lapu Lapu. Good healing. The Brave Smite too. It'll just be another hellhole for TLID if they want to go for the Lapu Lapu, especially Lutfi, very apt in this hero. Turtle is going to be contested soon. Keyboy with the scan, with the recons mission that is going to pull off the high loss. Very tanky, beefy boy, but TLID, they want to entertain ONIC.
Bravest Spider over to Aran again, able to get the spatial migration, but what is it going to do? The Dark Wave lands on all of them, but Firza is caught in the glorious pathway. A stun on the Bravest Spider. Kai with a double. At least Kabuki gets a few hits on turret.
I have nothing but sympathy for TLID. They aren't able to really dictate the game. I mean, it's one thing to lose 0-6, another thing to lose 0-6 brutally.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. And this composition from TLID, the way they secure objective is just securing the objective without winning the team fight. Because when you see the amount of damage output that TLID has in the early game, it is so sad compared to ONIC.
Oh.
You know, Kairi, level 4, he's already popped off with the ultimate. Sans front to back is amazing, but this is Yehezkiel and Joe, thankfully, or maybe it's not that great either if he wants to build a bit more damage. I don't know. It's kind of like a lose-lose situation because if you build damage, it's not gonna be the... Oh, gotta wait till win here.
Crimson Beacon is there to save him. Skylar wants to go in. Keyboy with the flank angle. This might be a dive, but I don't think it's gonna be wise.
Yeah. Good escape by Kai. At this point, TLID, it really feels like in the draft as well. They're just doing things for the sake of doing things. It's not
Autopilot.
No, not even. It just feels like they see ideas and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. We should try it. Because the Guinevere. Oh, BTR beat us with Guinevere yesterday, even though it was clearly because of his Fredrin. But we'll try it. Ludwig now, Bravest Fighter, anti-CC, Piercer caught. Oh, my lord, Kai! With the jumps. He has Sky Piercer. Oh, no! Diversion into the bottom lane. Luckily, Kabuki was able to get the SOD to escape. But yeah, Guinevere pick yesterday from BTR. It's like, yeah, up against a Fredrin, right? That's why we saw it. Here, against a Haya, against anti-CC all across the board, and the tanky Hylos. And then the 3 bans on Kai without picking up Assassin. Kai was just like, alright, to ban 3 jungles, I'll just pick Haya, and then now what? Now, so they hurt themselves.
Yeah. And oh my god, look at the damage from Sans, and he's owning the bushes already, which TLID is... This composition is supposed to own the bushes with the Might Cryo and also Guinevere, man.
Yeah.
The CC potential is huge, but I don't think they are able to execute it by this time in this mid game because how much ONIC is ahead. 5k in the span of 7 minutes. This is prime ONIC that we're used to seeing.
Yeah. Let's calculate and probe now, right? Winning condition for TLID seems lost. They really want to go for the pickoffs. We talked about it. Early game, mid game, pressure from the Guinevere and the Prior from the Cho not really coming to fruition. And then we go for the second winning condition, which is the long lanes, the far lanes with the Moskov, with the push, with the global presence, with the SOD2. But it seems like that one is not going to come to fruition too, because ONIC can just match the tempo with the diversion. So now what can TLID do in this situation?
I think at this point is just wait for ONIC's mistake. Like, it's sad to see, but the way they're playing right now, Firza might be able to punish, but it's going to be a minimal punish potentially towards some of the frontliners from ONIC. Even then, Skylar, Sans, and also Kairi gets a lot of space if they burn that much resource on a frontliner. Look at Keyboy, like, he doesn't care if he gets picked off.
Nope.
He's tanky. That's why the high loss, high HP percentage. They open up the Glorious Pathway. Joe might want to go for something.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Only the horse, only Keyboy.
Well. They're going to siege mid again. And this Phoveus, we talked about it, a very strong pick in our on, but it seems like it's rendered useless by ONIC.
Yeah, when you're not dominating early game with Phoveus, it just becomes like a worse version of maybe Esmeralda or Uranus, I gotta say. You know, and Kairi, the fact that he built 3 items already with his Sky Piercer kind of tells you how much they're ahead, and also how much Kairi has confidence in itself, because he's not gonna get picked off. Yep. There's no point lock burst or CC that's gonna be able to chase Kairi down unless Firza gets a lucky Jit Kundo, or maybe like a miraculous one. Like, I don't see it happening. Look at this, ONIC is just... They're kind of playing Ube right now with Ludwig and Keyboy in the front.
Yeah.
They don't need to like solo lane or like...
Firza?
Man, oh, they're gonna go on Kabuki! Quad Shadow landing! And the Shadow kill with the Chrono Dash takes him out. Firza was for sure spamming the ult, but he just couldn't find the window. Oh, that is just sad for TL. See, guys, I know what a reach looks like. You know, I've heard both of your jokes, so I know what reaches sound like too. And the draft here is by far the biggest reach I've seen.
An overreach, you want to call it. But
Shout out ZZ.
Shout out ZZ, MPLID streamer with a copy. Good day, but yeah, Kairi even soloing that Lord. This is like, it's looking bleak for TLID. It sucks. And this is just going to be a slow and painful death. I mean, the Lord spawns, down bottom's going to push, and The question is, Firza looking for something. Skylar.
As a stun, Pirza able to get away. Spatial migration, Annabella Requiem, now the glorious pathway. Skylar going crazy. Aran stunned up, and it's Ludpi with a kill. He gets brought back, but they do no damage. Keyboy tanks up the turret. There's a diversion inside to zone TL. Kai still has Shadow Kill. Let's see if he decides to go for the Quad Shadow here. He does. Spear of Misery comes out. He won't go for the Quad Shadow inside of the base. 10 minutes in. This is going to be the fastest game. Oh, Ludpi with the Brave Spider. Kabuki in the backside as well. Trying to dive in. That's a Way of the Dragon. The fastest game in MPL.